If you're new to QuickBooks Online and you don't know where to start, this video is for you. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Steph, a QuickBooks Pro Advisor certified in QuickBooks Online. And whether you just purchased it or you had it and you were a little bit unsure about how to set it up, this video is for you. The time to set it up depends on the complexity of your business. And for this video, we're going to focus on the solopreneur, which is AKA sole proprietor, one owner, you do it all. And this software, Solopreneur, is going to cater to that business industry for your sole proprietorship. So when you get your software, the first thing you would need to do is set up the subscription. You would pick the subscription. I have them here. You have free, which is, it doesn't require any credit card. You have the Solopreneur, which we're going to focus on today. And you have the Simple Start. So you would just pick one of these and fill out the prompts after you select sign up. So we're going to do that now. So we have selected our software and now we're going to follow the prompts to get it all set up. So we're going to click Let's Get Started. And then it says, for starters, what's your business called? Let's say the business is No Name Company. Right? That's our fictitious business name. We're going to click next. And then it's going to say, what were you using before QuickBooks? We'll just say, nothing, I'm new to this. But it gives you an option of what you were doing. It's trying to give you a feel of how to set up the background information. Tell us more about No Name Company, right? So your industry is whatever it is that you do from day to day. So let's just say you were a consultant or a personal trainer. You can have the option of selecting construction, retail, salon. Let's put consultant. I think that's the safer one you can do. And it has different careers here that you can select as well, but you just choose the best one that kind of reflects your day-to-day of what you do in your business. It's not letting us do it. Okay, since it won't let us do the consulting, we will pick the closest one. So this is fictitious, so we'll do marketing consulting services. We'll pick that one. The business type, we are a sole proprietor, one owner. There's no other owners in the business. It's just you. So we'll do sole proprietor. And then what was the company's annual revenue last year? We can say less than 1 million USD. So we'll click next. And then now let's talk about your role in the business. So what QuickBooks is doing by asking these questions is just to basically get a little bit of feel about what it is that you do and the setup, like it's asking you what your role is. So let's pick from here. Your role is you're the owner. How many employees? You don't have any employees, so it would just be you, just the owner. Perfect. With this, we can better tailor QuickBooks for you. So that's what the questions are doing. They're just setting up to best reflect your business industry. So we're going to click next. And then now let's streamline your payments in QuickBooks. If you don't want to do this, you can, skip this for now. But what this requires is that most likely you need a merchant account that you would need to set up and sync with QuickBooks. That's what this is. And we don't have one right now. So I guess we're just going to skip for now. We can always set that up later. Connect your accounts for a true all-in-one experience. So with this section here, it is asking you if you want to link your accounts. We don't have any accounts. I haven't created any to go into this file for this tutorial, but we can skip for now. But I just want to click into the link accounts so that you can see what is the next screen to come up. And I believe it is the banks, whatever bank that you bank with. If you have a business bank account associated with your business, you would select the bank of that account, and then it will take you through the prompts of setting that up. We're going to just close out of here. It'll allow us to take us to the next screen. What do you want to do in QuickBooks? So for this, you would just look at if you want to track invoices, if you want to pay bills, like, if you want to track your mileage, that's a big one, to track your mileage, in between customers when you go out to service, or when someone asks you to, meet with them, or coffee or meals or anything like that you do. The mileage is a great one for you to track your deductions when tax time comes. Manage sales tax. That's going into another video that I will kind of do a deep dive in, but this is just strictly for setup purposes. I'm going through the screen so that you guys can see what's next, like kind of step-by-step process when you're setting up your QuickBooks. So we're going to skip for now, and then it does this little thing to show you what it's doing, and then you're set up. We have your business name over here. We have the new interface that QuickBooks is now have implemented. We are not done yet because we have to make sure that the QuickBooks has our accurate information. So one way to check that would be to go into your accounting settings. So how you would get there is the gear icon, and you would select account and settings. And then now this is fictitious information here. I mean, I put our information in here to kind of like give it a feel. You can customize it the way you want it to reflect whatever it is that your business, so that when you send invoices and when you track expenses, when you pull up your reports, it have all of your business info within those reports. The setup is very, very important. Also, the legal information, it'll just be your business name again, your EIN or your SSN number. Now, if you don't have an EIN, you would operate under your social security number, but normally new businesses, they would go and register for an EIN. You can operate under your social security number, which is the SSN, but it is recommended that you get an EIN number because that protects your identity. And it also helps with when you're looking to get business credit, you can use that EIN number associated with your business in order to obtain that credit. It's just something that the banks require that you get, but you also can use your social security number, but you can use your EIN number to protect your personal identity. And then there's just extra customer information down here. I'm gonna click done. And then I also wanted to point out that now you're a business owner, and now that you have your business set up, now you're going to have different activities that you have to track within QuickBooks. QuickBooks is only as good as the information that you give it. So if you're inputting in inaccurate information, QuickBooks will not give you accurate reports. So I wanted to go to the reports to just give you an overview of what's going on with QuickBooks versus what your tax preparer sees and what they do with the information that they get from QuickBooks. So let's do that now. So let's go to the reports, and you're most likely going to do the profit and loss and the balance sheet. And the profit and loss gives you your income on top, your expenses, and then your balance sheet gives you your assets, your liabilities, and your equity. So we're going to view that now. Now, this is a new file that we just created. So when you pull up your profit and loss, because we haven't set up any chart of accounts, we haven't set up any income, any expenses coming out. So it's going to show you this. So I'm going to show you guys. This is what it's going to show. Nothing is in there for 2026. Let's look and see if there's anything in there for last year. I'm just curious, but it shouldn't have anything in there. Yeah, and there's nothing in there because there's no activity flowing in the business. This is a new company that we've just set up. But I am going to show you guys one with expenses and income in it. So let's go to that now. Before we go there, because I have to change the screen, I want to show you guys what the balance sheet looks like as well. It's going to look the same as this one because there's nothing in the file. So the balance sheet, there's going to be nothing in there as well. I just wanted to show you guys that you see the assets here, the liabilities, and the equity. All of this will be filled in when you start doing activity within the business. So let's go to one that has activity in it. Okay, so I have pulled up the sample file with a lot of activity in it. Going to go to the reports like we did, and we're going to go to the profit and loss. So I wanted to show you guys, let's say that we're doing our taxes for 2025. Let's condition the report for last year. And this is everything that happened last year, right? So we have our income, like I said, at the first section here. And then we have our expenses, which is what happened over the year. Your tax preparer would take the information from here and use this to file your taxes on this form. You are considered a Schedule C tax preparer. You're an individual, and the IRS gives you until April 15th, 2026 to file your 2025 taxes. With that being said, the amounts and the information that's on this would flow into this IRS form that I'm going to show you now. This is the Schedule C, Form 1040, that your tax preparer will pull those numbers from the profit and loss, up top, profit and loss for business. They will pull those numbers and the tax software will insert them into this form. And you can see, as we saw before, in the top of it, we have the income that's here, right? Those numbers would be in this form after the tax software pulls it from whatever the tax preparer enters in. And then for your expenses, I believe that we said that we were a marketing firm, the business that we set up. So you have it right here, your expenses. You would have advertising, you would have, your car and truck. Suppose you needed to get your car fixed or anything like that, you would have it here. Any other things like professional fees, office expense would be your QuickBooks software that you just purchased. Now, we did the 0% for the free trial, but whatever you paid in software, whatever kind of office expense you have, it would go in this category. Your travels, if you have a brick and mortar that you rent out or that you have, your utilities that you use would all go in this section here. And that's all they're doing. They're just taking that information from your profit and loss that you've generated out of QuickBooks and then allow their software to calculate your taxes to be filed. Now, here we are with your 1040 2025. So that schedule that we just went over, the Schedule C, the income and expenses, that would be put with this form, which is your 1040 form that you would file for your overall taxes. I know you have a business now, but that Schedule C will be the business portion, and this form would be everything else that happened within 2025, resulting as things that happen within your personal life, whether you have dependents and so on. This is not the video for that. I'm just giving you guys an overview of how the information from QuickBooks flows into your tax return. I also wanted to show you guys where those accounts are coming from. So I'm always talking about your chart of accounts, and that's what you would focus on next. To go to the chart of accounts, you would go to accounting, then you would go to your chart of accounts, which is here. And with the profit and loss, it takes the accounts that's set up here and it throws them into that report that we just went over. If you scroll all the way down to your income, this would be the income that shows up on the profit and loss. And then these accounts that says expenses as the account type up here, those would be the expenses that would flow into that report. For your balance sheet, which I'm just going to go quickly to the balance sheet. So you would go to reports, standard, and then your balance sheet 2025. This has your assets. This has your liability and your equity. And these accounts, undeposited funds, accounts receivable, your checking, and so on, these liabilities here, though these all flow from the chart of accounts. If your chart of accounts is set up correctly, your reports will be set up correctly in order to give that to your tax preparer. We're going to go back to the chart of accounts so that I can show you guys that the assets are at the top here. But you can condition this any way you want as you get familiar with what you can do with QuickBooks. Your assets are here, which is your banking. And it shows you your current assets, just like the balance sheet, your fixed assets. Then it goes down to your liabilities and then your equity at the end of your balance sheet. And we'll talk a little more about equity in the next video. If you guys want to see different tutorials and you want me to demonstrate it, you can put QBO in the comments or the type of tutorial that you would like me to demonstrate, then you can just put that in the comments as well. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has helped you. And if you have gained insight from this video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Be blessed.